Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we're checking out the newest episode of Young Justice Phantoms, Young Justice Season 4. This is Young Justice Phantoms, Season 4, Episode 13, Kaerb, Traeh, or whatever. Break My Heart is the title. That scares me. Okay, that title scares me to death because this is not going to end well, okay? I had a feeling early on this arc was not going to end well, especially in the last episode where literally Child is going around and creating these like fire vortex, fire tornadoes or whatever, and basically bringing hell to Earth. This was not going to end well. And then on top of that, you have Dr. Fate, who at one point was basically absorbing all the energy from Zatanna and her students and still could not put a dent in the Child or Flaw. And then now he's encased in ice, and then there's like this ongoing struggle that we've been kind of seeing a little bit in terms of this conversation between Zatanna's father, who of course is now the host body of Dr. Fate, and basically him implying he's not going to make it out of this. This is not going. So there's potentially a new host for Dr. Fate. This is not good. Okay, and on top of all this, they've been really hinting more and more about the Beast Boy stuff, which I forgot to mention in the last week's episode in terms of the review. But they're hinting more of that in terms of like this is not going to end well for Beast Boy either, maybe. So I wonder who breaks whose heart. Break my heart? Who's breaking the heart? That's the question. I don't know. What was actually really interesting on top of all this craziness that's been happening, they actually brought the bus storyline into continuity and why we've been seeing it all over the damn place of this show. Clarion was trying to find heroes, which of course he's looking for Zatanna in them, and he keeps missing them throughout the timeline, so they made that work. All those times that bus gag with all those kids and that driver, they tied it in and made it work. It's fucking crazy how they did that, but it's so good at the same time. So, this is the first episode of the arcs we've had so far that has 5, and this is the last episode before we have a break. In terms of whenever it comes out, the last 13 in 2022. I don't think there's been a release date yet. Maybe there's a release date here at the end of the episode. I have no idea. But I'm excited. I've been loving the hell out of this show. Patiently waiting for Season 5 renewal. Waiting for that Season 5. Just announce the damn Season 5 already. Just do it. Okay? Just do it. Okay? So, here we go, guys. Young Justice Phantoms, Break My Heart. I'm not prepared for it, but we gotta get through this, guys. Okay, guys, let's go.
There is work to do.
Oh shit. Oh no. Well, I mean,
What began with the stranger
smile.
On a savage. The conflict would end.
Okay.
Hey, goody ten-shoes. We're looking for you everywhere.
Oh my God.
Clarion?
Which boy cannot be trusted.
I mean, that's true. He cannot be trusted, especially all the stuff we learn in the flashbacks and stuff. Whoa. Are these other Legion members?
That's not going away anytime soon.
And you're still sitting on your ass.
Garfield! Hey.
Oh.
Happy to see me. You've really been bouncing around time and space for 10 years?
Yes.
It's more like a couple of hours, but
Yeah.
I guess so.
Right now, we have no choice.
I can still hear you.
Which doesn't mean we shouldn't be ready for whatever he might do.
You're inside me. I can hear everything.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Good.
Hear me, lords. You govern the
Oh.
balance in all things.
It's not
From the
gonna
largest
fix anything.
galaxy to the tiniest quark. Child has upset that balance. Threatening
Majorly.
the destruction of the planet.
Yeah.
And the true tragedy. You are to blame.
To blame.
Darkseid has evolved Earth into a significant front.
No.
No.
Can't be serious.
Oh my God.
Are you guys even trying? New cat, new name.
New cat, new name. It's gotta be a new name.
Totally original. I got it. Tico.
But that was
Wow.
Now that the witch boy and his family
The cat's changed.
Little kitty, you big bully. She just needs a boost.
The boost. Oh.
I've missed you, Garfield. We haven't been in
the same room since you returned from Mars.
Oh, really?
And I want to help you through this. If you'll let me.
I don't know if he will. So, you can't destroy Flaw, so how do you stop her?
Use their own power to destroy them.
Now call it while she's distracted.
Oh, shit! What the fuck? Oh, this is weird. Oh, shit. Damn. This is not good.
You reference my alliance with Darkseid. Ignore how that alliance is fated to end. The final conflict between Apocalypse and Earth. If Earth falls, victory was never the point. It is the balance that is all. Rather
Balance is all, okay. That makes sense.
ironic world, the child will no longer have our support, but we shall
Oh,
not
really?
withdraw her. Let the scales
Okay.
balance themselves.
Okay, balance.
Will suffice.
The little witch lost your edge.
Mm-hmm, she sure did.
You have more than enough power
Well,
stored up to
maybe not.
eliminate the likes of
Raining fire, I'm about to say. Is that raining fire?
Take care of the mortals, Flaw. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Is not.
Pulling it from the earth. Oh,
You have to stop her.
you have to stop her. She's pulling too much. Oh my god.
You know I worry about you, so I get an alert every time they go into action, and
He's
I
not
see
been
they're
there.
in action now. Are we on a break?
Ooh.
Break you neglected to tell me about?
Oh shit. It's getting personal. Sleeping pills.
These.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Something to help me sleep.
Something to help you check out, you mean? If you won't let me help you, and if you won't help yourself,
She's gone.
I won't stand by and watch you self-destruct. Let's finish this.
Yeah, she's definitely more creepy now. Oh. Oh. Yep. Yep. Boom.
That left a mark.
Yeah.
Still, I kind of like it.
Harry, you did great.
Yeah, except for stealing their powers again.
Something we need to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
You are attracted to power, and you're not careful about where that power comes from.
Yeah, she
or
didn't
who it
care.
hurts when you take it or use it.
I did what needed to be done, and all
Yeah,
else
but
you know what?
I propose that Naboo alternate host bodies between my father, Khalid, Tracy, and myself. Each wears
Oh.
the helmet for a week. Oh, Dad.
No, absolutely not. I
Oh, he doesn't want this to happen.
Do you honestly believe I'd let you take it on now? Was this your plan all along? Did you take on proteges with the express purpose
Yes.
of using us to liberate your father?
maybe. This is different than people theorized in terms of what was going to happen, because they thought he was going to become the main host. So,
Make sure everyone has this number and doesn't hesitate to use it.
Dinah Lance.
I promise.
It's so much. Okay, I'm about to say, what the hell? Okay, you're back. Can I go to the bathroom now? Who was that?
I think I saw Connor's spirit. His ghost.
Oh!
He wasn't at rest.
You owe them nothing, my dear. For they
Who's this
only
talking?
seek to turn you into nothing. No, you want to. Shazam.
Wow. Okay. The end of the Satana arc and the end of the first half of Young Justice Phantoms. There are so many things to talk about. Holy shit. My god. Let's talk about the vision, or what Satana saw before the credits. Connor, the soul of Connor, or something. We all were under the assumption that he was saved by the Legion. But I don't... It's so confusing, like... Okay, so she saw him, and he's like, help, help! He's screaming. He's like, he needs help. Okay. So, man, I have questions. I have questions. That just threw me off. I had to actually rewatch it. I'm like, is that really Connor? Because you said like it's Connor. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. So we had that. Then we had the after credit sequence, which was like, who is this talking to Mary? Because she got rejected and everything in terms of this plan that Zatanna had, which we'll talk about in a bit. Say the word. Say it. You know you want to. Shazam. Boom. She's been rejecting it the whole time, and that was even a part of her test, and now she said it. So I don't know what that's implying, but yeah, that whole situation was just not good in terms of what they did, but at the same time, I understand why, because they had shown now, was it twice, maybe 3 times at this point, Mary has taken energy from people or from other sources, not really mattering what, to try to, of course, to end the conflict. It wasn't like she was taking the power for her own personal gain, but this last time, well, before this episode, she had taken the energy from the 2 other students. I forget their names. Not bad with names to begin with. There's so many people to keep up with on this damn show. And so she takes the powers, and they both say, ask us next time. Don't just take our powers. Don't just do that to us. This time, she literally just slams her hand into the ground while shooting like lightning of Zeus or something, at Flaw, and so she just slams her other hand into the ground to get more energy and pulling from the earth, killing off, not killing off, but basically taking the energy from plants and wildlife around her, plus everybody standing around her. And like, no, you're not ready for this. You don't care where your power comes from, even though she justified it by saying like, I was doing this because it's supposed to help. Like, it wasn't like for her own personal thing. Like, I was doing to try to stop this from happening, like trying to kill Flaw, try to take out Flaw. It's like, yeah, but it's also the way that you go about trying to do that. It's one of those things to where, is she justified in the moment without having to because at the moment you don't have time to ask permission. You have to make a decision, a choice. So I don't know. But then it comes to the whole thing about this. Why did Zatanna get students? Why did she ask for all 3 of them to become students for her to basically train under her? What was the goal? And it's kind of implied here that her whole plan was to come up with some sort of trade-off where each person, a part of this selective group, along with herself, takes the mantle of Dr. Fate for a week at a time and then switching off to the next person. And it was kind of like, really? And then she was even asked directly, was this your whole plan? I think his name's Khalid, right? I think. Asked directly if this was the whole plan. And she would not answer the question, because the answer is probably yes. To help save her father. Because he's been under the control. He's been the host body for 10 years of Dr. Fate. And he looks so much older than he should, I would think. Because when he took on the mantle of Dr. Fate, he was still kind-ish middle-aged roughly, and he looks so much older now. Like, it's crazy. I think that it's aged him more because of how long he's been Dr. Fate. I don't know. But that whole situation. So, they defeat Child, but it wasn't just because of their abilities. It's because Vandal Savage, along with the Phantom Stranger, went to the Lords of Chaos and the Lords of Order, both of them, and was basically trying to plead with them that, this is not bringing balance at all. Because Child is going to destroy everything. There's no balance. The whole point is to keep the balance, and right now this is not the case at all. So he offered a plea for there to be some sort of balance with Dr. Fate, with Clarion, all that, and that the Child is causing the unbalance, and so they took away their support for the Child, but wasn't going to retreat her and bring her back. So they had to find a way to just defeat her, to bring the balance. So it's all about balance. And they brought up the whole thing about, well, the Lords of Chaos and Lords of Order brought up the whole thing about, your eventual situation with Darkseid. Like, they brought up the fact that he had partnered up with Darkseid. And now it's going to end with, at some point, which I'm assuming this is going to be the end of the show. I could be wrong, but whenever the end of the show is, and I'm assuming it's not now, because we're hoping for that season 5, that the last thing we're going to be seeing is that eventual fight between Darkseid and Vandal Savage over Apocalypse and Earth. That's my guess, is going to be the final thing. So they brought that up saying, you know, that's something that's going to happen, and that's going to cause an issue. It's like, well, it's not about the victory, it's about the balance. Well, someone's going to win that fight. I'm assuming the way they're going to probably play it is that Darkseid will probably win, and then they're going to have to fight back and beat him. I'm guessing if they're going to go that direction in terms of telling that story. But yeah, so that was crazy. Crazy stuff. So we have Beast Boy to talk about. So I forgot to mention this, and it was in the last episode. I think I forgot to mention this in the review portion. So they focus a little bit more on Beast Boy. His woman shows up. I forget her name. P something. I forget her name. But she shows up with his favorite food. He's like, I already ate. And then they have this whole conversation where she's like, well, you took a break from your show. You took a break from the Outsiders. Are we on a break? And then she finds out he has sleeping pills. It helps me sleep. No, that's not why you have them. It helps you basically, I guess, be in this state you are in right now. And there's been a number of people that I've seen in my comments over the past number of weeks, and I'm guessing they'll pop up again today, saying, and I agree, that they're tired of the Beast Boy arc right now. They're tired of it because he's not helping himself. And I think what it is, I think what they're kind of implying here, and I get it, because there are people in this world that do not want help with whatever they're dealing with. And so what they're doing is that Beast Boy's response to Connor Superboy's death, of course, now that's all in question now, in terms of what exactly happened and all that stuff, but his response is taking this route that is very negative. I thought there'd be some sort of step in a certain direction, but I guess the step they took was he's pushing everybody away. I don't know what's going to happen to him. I have no clue. All I know is that eventually there has to be a breaking point for him, or they do something drastic that's going to change the whole entire show. In terms of, because Beast Boy is very important to the world of Young Justice. I'm not saying they're going down the route where he's going to eventually get to the point where he can no longer be saved, but it feels like to me that this is not going to be an easy turnaround for him, whatever they decide. But in terms of them even pushing further, that he's pushing everybody away, pushes his woman away, pushes the Outsiders, his show, this is not good. It's not good. When they left the North Pole, switch topics here, when they left the North Pole, we had two, I think those were members of the Legion that show up there at the North Pole when they're all leaving on the bus. I'm not really sure. I didn't recognize them right away. I'm like, I don't know who these people are, but they're cool costumes, but I think they're Legion members. Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so crazy stuff here. And I guess to break my heart, the whole point of the title was probably the Beast Boy breaking basically his own heart, or breaking his woman's heart because of his decision. Because Break My Heart, I thought, would have implied that Dr. Fate, Zatanna's father, would have died. But I don't know. But yeah, this was a crazy episode. Some brutal visuals too, in terms of a huge tree slammed through the body of Clarion, and then having the child's body split in 4 different ways or whatever, where you saw the skin of the child, and then you go all the way back to a skeleton and shit. It's like, the fuck? That shot was crazy. But yeah, I really enjoyed the show, and I really enjoyed this arc. I really like the magic side of it all, because we haven't really seen much magic. I've mentioned that before, but I cannot wait to see what's next. We have to wait. There was no date in terms of when the show returns, but I cannot wait for the show to return, because Young Justice, and especially this season, is just awesome. It's so cool. And I like this arc angle they're going this season. like in terms of, because season 3 was like so many characters, and I like how here it's more pulled back. We're introducing characters throughout the arcs and stuff, and we're focusing on particular characters, but it's not overwhelming to the point where it's like, holy shit, this is too much shit. But I like the arc angle this time. So, what you guys think of the episode? What you think of the arc overall for Zatanna's arc? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Now we're on break until Young Justice returns. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I can't wait for the show to return. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.